Hey guys, Eddie here, and I'd like to explain to you the 3 different trim levels for the Subaru WRX and why I chose to ultimately acquire a 2016 WRX with the premium package. So initially what took me into the Subaru dealership when it did was not the fact that I needed a car emergently at that moment, but more so that they had a great lease deal. They were basically advertising a base version for something like $1,500 down and $279 a month, and I was trying to trim some money on my monthly budget and have more disposable income. So I was looking to make a change, and I've always been a huge fan of the WRXs. I didn't buy one in 2012 when I ended up buying the Mini, because at that point they only had a 5-speed manual, and I had become quite accustomed to the gas mileage that one could acquire from a strong engine on a 6-speed manual. A lot of nuances there that you may or may not agree with, but that's up to you. But ultimately, that lease deal took me in there, and when I went into the dealership, they were obviously sold out. I looked it up online to see if they had any in stock, and they didn't, but I said, the hell with it, let me go test drive at least what they had there on the lot, which ended up being this car. So the differences between the base model and this car that I ended up buying were the wheels, which are different. The base model comes with 17-inch tires and wheels that aren't as aesthetically pleasing as the wheels that come on this car. Now, if you're gonna go ahead and change your wheels to some aftermarket wheels, then you don't really need to get the premium version for that, because you're gonna end up switching them out anyway. But there's also a difference in the suspension, which I briefly read about, but I can't comment as to what the difference is in the front suspension, or how it feels, nor whether it's worth the price difference, because honestly, I haven't driven the car, and that's that. In addition, the premium package, comes with heated seats, and I've never owned a car with heated seats before, but within the past couple weeks, it's become a little bit more chilly in the area where I live, so it's been quite nice to turn it on. And let me tell you, my girlfriend is a huge fan, so it's definitely been worth the price of admission to the premium package. In addition to that, another difference that exists between the base car and the premium car is the moonroof. Now, once again, the cars that I've owned in the past include an S2000, which is a convertible, so you know, the openness is amazing. And then my Mini Cooper S had the panoramic moonroof, which basically was a huge glass roof, which let a lot of light in, and I enjoyed that moonroof thoroughly. So the issue with this moonroof is that it's quite small, so I never end up using it. I never end up opening it, because it just doesn't do it for me. So could I live without it? Absolutely, 100%. But at the end of the day, when I was ready to make a deal and I was ready to pull the trigger to acquire a WRX, this was the one that was on the lot that was just kind of calling my name, and I didn't want to go through the trouble of having a car transferred from point A to point B. So I ended up deciding with this one. It kept up the trend of me owning black cars, which I'm starting to stray away from, but nevertheless, it's just what I was feeling like doing at that moment, and I'm very happy with the fact that I got the premium package. Now, they also had some of the higher end limited packages on the lot, but I'm not 100% sold on leather seats. I do not need leather seats. That's not necessarily a box that needs to be checked off in a car for me. So that's not something I wanted to go for. Something else that I don't find to be too important that's available on the limited is the GPS. Well, my phone does a fantastic job with its GPS, so I do not need one that's sitting right here in the center console area. Let me get off this road, which is a little bit noisy. I'm crossing over a bridge right now. Well, that's another thing with the premium package versus the base, by the way. Since you have bigger tires and bigger wheels, you have bigger wheels, you have less noisier tires. It's just part of the trade-off. But nobody buys one of these cars because they're quiet, so I'm not gonna even pretend packages is the more high-end audio system. I consider myself a car enthusiast, but I'm definitely not an audiophile, I guess is what you call those people who like really like the sound of their tweeters and their mids and their subwoofer and all that. That's something honestly that doesn't interest me too much, so I do not give that as much value as I do engine and things of that nature. So those are some reasons why I ended up getting the premium package on this car. Could I do without it? Absolutely. But for the money, for the extra couple bucks that I'm paying a month, I think it's totally worth it. And I do like the heated seats, and so does my favorite passenger. So if you have any questions or want to know anything or discuss anything else about the car, feel free to message me, subscribe to my channel, and I will be responding to some of your questions and concerns that you guys all have about the car. But thanks for watching my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Have a great day.